It's news time. Information is power. Be current. The news headline. Wike in big trouble as APC levels huge allegations against him. The assent of the Electoral Act Amendment Bill by the President has continued to cause some controversies within the Nigerian political ecosystem. The Rivers State Governor, Nyesom Wike, has been accused of being dishonest in his criticism of President Muhammadu Buhari over the delay in signing the Electoral Act Amendment Bill into law. The allegation was laid against Wike by the chairman-elect of the All Progressive Congress (APC) in Rivers State, Emeka Beke. PM News reports that Beke, while speaking at a press briefing on Sunday, December 19th, alleged that Governor Wike threatened to file a suit against President Muhammadu Buhari should he sign the bill into law. Beke said Wike's threat followed the passing of the bill by lawmakers of the National Assembly, where Beke, however, said that he was shocked that in less than 3 weeks, the governor has made a 360-degree U-turn on the issue and become an advocate of the passage of the bill. Channels Television had reported that Wike had said that President Muhammadu Buhari had no reason whatsoever not to assent the bill. He called on the political stakeholders to prevent the president to ensure that he signs the Electoral Act Amendment Bill into law. INEC sent an important message to President Muhammadu Buhari over Electoral Act Amendment Bill, where they were previously reported that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has replied to Buhari's letter on some grey areas in the bill transmitted to him by the National Assembly. According to sources, INEC claims that the bills contain substantial provisions that would lay a solid foundation for improvement in the electoral system that is very important. The electoral umpire says that the bill is capable of deepening public trust, public confidence, and overall credibility of the elections and electoral process. Femi Fani-Falana accuses APC governors of prevailing against Buhari assent to the bill, where the governors of All Progressive Congress have been accused of influencing the decision of the president. The Electoral Act Amendment Bill, where Femi Fani-Falana said that governors do not want the president to assent to the bill, which has been passed by the National Assembly. According to Falana, the governors are aware that manipulation of election results would be difficult with the provision of electronic voting on the new bill.
Tinubu didn't say those words at a new conference, as some people have inaccurately claimed. He was quoted to have said them in the confidential diplomatic cable that the United States Consul General to Nigeria sent to his bosses back home on Friday, February 21, 2003. We got to know this because in September 2011, WikiLeaks, the insurgent whistleblowing official secret spewing site, dumped a trove of 251,000 such confidential, unredacted cables that U.S. Embassy officials sent to the United States Department in Washington, D.C. from all over the world. And the February 21, 2003 confidential cable, which can be found here, the U.S. Consul General to Nigeria reported Tinubu to have said Buhari was an ethnocentric agent of destabilization who would strain Nigeria's unity if he became president. He also said the Southwest would support Obasanjo against Buhari, which it did because Tinubu and his group didn't want the spread of Sharia, which Buhari supported and which Obasanjo countered. And because even though Obasanjo was unlikable, it was Yoruba and Buhari wasn't. Looks to me like Tinubu was guilty of the same crime of ethnocentrism he accused Buhari of. The cable reads, turning to the presidential contest, Tinubu disclosed that he does not like President Obasanjo because he contributed to the end of democracy in Nigeria during his tenure as a military president and is now benefiting from that history. That said, Tinubu admitted that he and his party, the Alliance for Democracy, must support Obasanjo. Southwest Nigeria is Yoruba land and the president is Yoruba. Tinubu's party had no choice since it has not fielded a presidential candidate. Moreover, Obasanjo is the only candidate who stands a chance of blocking his rival, General Muhammadu Buhari, whose ethnocentrism would jeopardize Nigeria's national unity. Buhari and his ilk are agents of destabilization and who by far is worse than Obasanjo. Tinubu and many other governors are therefore implementing a strategy to re-elect Obasanjo, partly in an effort to prevent Sharia from spreading. Tinubu predicted that the president will follow his own course if re-elected, since he will not need as many friends the second time around. Incidentally, Tinubu had really kind words to say about Atiku Abubakar throughout his interactions with the Consul General. Tinubu praised the Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who he has known for many years. The Consul General wrote, elaborating on his knowledge of the VP. Tinubu said he has known and understood the VP even before his entry into politics. Atiku is a detribalized politician who knows where he is going and how to build bridges to get there. The Consul General also wrote that Tinubu credits his going into politics to Atiku personal encouragement. You won't guess that going by the way they and their agents tore at each other, or at least pretended to, in the last presidential election. Anyway, my search of WikiLeaks archive with the keyword Bola Tinubu turned up several other unflattering characterizations Tinubu made of Buhari to Americans. For instance, in September 14, 2005, Secret Cable U.S. Consul General Brian L. Brownie wrote that Tinubu wanted to be vice president to either Atiku Abubakar or Muhammadu Buhari, but was self-conscious of the perception that either option would present the country with a Muslim secret, and reiterated the sentiment that Buhari's perception as religious zealot made teaming up with him unviable. While Tinubu did not see this, being a vice presidential candidate, as a big problem with Atiku due to Atiku's noted religious laxity and his pro-Western outlook, it would be heavy cross to bear for a Buhari-Tinubu ticket because of the perception in some southern Nigeria minds that Buhari is a religious zealot, Brownie wrote. Because of this factor, Tinubu asserted that he had begun to shift focus and which had exclusively on the vice presidency to see the Senate as a nice place to land upon, exiting the governor's mansion. Again, in a confidential cable sent on Thursday, April 12, 2007, the Consul General reported Tinubu to have described Buhari as a fascist during an April 9, 2007 meeting. Tinubu stressed that he had no qualms about PDP presidential candidate Umaru Yar'Adua winning the election. The Consul General wrote, yet Tinubu was adamantly opposed to ANPP presidential candidate Muhammadu Buhari. In the recent news story, Buhari called the PDP government fascist. Tinubu sarcastically mentioned that he would take Buhari's epithet as being accurate, for who better to identify a fascist than another one. And this is an analysis that proves that Buhari truly called him that Tinubu actually called Buhari a destabilization. Thanks for listening.